Welcome to our first Witch Cafe in ART6 on reverence and devotion. Kathy and I have been doing this now for 3 years, almost 3 years, and we laugh at ourselves, but we always say, "Oh, we've gone to a deeper place. Oh, we've gone to a deeper. Oh, what just happened?" At the end of six, so our opening celebration, you would think that me in particular, I've been doing prayer intensives now for 7 years, that I would be like, okay, that went well, I got it. I sat here, I don't know what the right word is. I think I called it stunned. It wasn't exactly numb, but my whole body knew that something else had just happened. That we really, it's like Lucy said, Freddie, it was magnificent. And so
Me, but she said that.
it was, but that's exactly how I felt. It's like, oh, this is, and I've never used the word initiation before, but if you read the Welcome Handbook, is it the Welcome Handbook or it might, I don't know if it's in the Welcome Handbook or the Labyrinth Handbook. I think that more, the details are in the Labyrinth Handbook. When you look at new information about ART6, because I started very selfishly for myself. I did this for myself. I got to remember all these magnificent things the labyrinth revealed in what we now call Art 1. And then, whoa, Nellie, look what happened in Art 2 with the Mary Magdalene, and the labyrinth carries us home. And what is resurrection? Whoa. And I just kept going, I'm keeping this, I'm keeping this. And I'm shocked that every single time it's like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I'm just, whoa, whoa. Well, the whoa for Art 6 is, and it happened during a new moon tarot with Kathy, is that the labyrinth is her dragon road. Now, once that came through, I went, oh, duh, of course, because the 7th is dragon. But we have been not knowing it, circuit by circuit, we're on her dragon road. And so even then, with that coming through, I wasn't using the word initiation. But boy, I am now. I feel like intensive by intensive, it's been like the next stage, phase, piece, part, none of those words are right, of an initiation to finally be ready to embrace dragon. So in these witch cafes, we always open with prayer. And you noticed how packed the content is. So we don't have, I don't know if we'll be able to squeeze it in the future, the opportunity to share the witch sequence prayer. I say this every single day. It's memorized, but I got out my little piece of paper just so you could see it. It is in the prayer handbook. We have been saying this prayer for 3 years. So let's open with this prayer, and then we'll close with the blessing of Isis, and anybody who wants to can read the blessing of Isis. Our Lady, Queen of Magicians, you have shown us the blueprint, the witch sequence. You have whispered the purpose to heal the wasteland. You have sent the archangels Lucy and Michael, twin guardians of your original culture of prayer, love, reverence, and devotion. Now, don't you think that's funny? We've been saying that for almost 3 years, and here we are at reverence and devotion. I, I didn't plan that. You have whispered the purpose to heal the wasteland. You have sent the archangels Lucy and Michael, twin guardians of your original culture of prayer, love, reverence, and devotion. You've summoned 7 dragons to sing the song of the whole and holy witch. Now we ask that you gather the witches, which she is always doing. Hold our hands, guide our feet as we walk your ancient sacred labyrinth path to awaken, remember, and trust your, that's a really important adjective, your sacred, original witch art gifts, full body intuition. And when I say this, I do a thymus thump right here for all 7. full body intuition, threshold crossing, original prayer, myrrh for anointing, divination, devotion, dragon. Ours once. And once again, this is funny to me, hearing this and having created with Kathy these 6 events now. They were ours once. Well, when? When were they ours? That's where we're going in ART6, starting this Sunday with Crete and then Neolithic, 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 all the way to the Paleolithic. That's when they were ours once. They've been taken away from us, tortured out of us, murdered out of us under patriarchy, Bronze Age and up to the present. But the prayer says, ours once again, ours always. Canticum somnium draconis. Okay, we're all prayed up. You want to talk about what we're doing, Kathy? Or you want me to?
Either one. Janet and I'm just gonna go for it. Janet and well, what we're gonna do is quickly for people who haven't been here. Just say your name, say where you are, so that we all know each other. Anything? Do we want to say anything else? We'll just keep it brief.
Yeah, a couple sentences would be nice to get a sense for one another. What we don't have time for is a 10-minute exposition on your spiritual and mystical and witch life, because we have a special, almost like a gift, I think, for today. So let me explain it, and then we'll just start with whoever, whenever, if you feel led, you can say your hellos and then go into, let's call it goddess bibliomancy. So here's what happened. We've got books, right? Kathy and I are just like, whoa, it's hard to narrow it down to, okay, I'm going to really look in deeply and read and reread chapters in this book and this book and this book. You know, I've narrowed my, like, oh my goddesses to about 7. One of them is this, The Heart of the Goddess. And you can meet the author, Haley Engelhart Austin. If you go to my website and click on podcast, I haven't done any new podcasts since 2019, but I did some pretty fun podcasts. And I forgot what the number is. She's one of the earlier ones. But if you just go bing, 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 you can find her having a conversation with me about this book, The Heart of the Goddess. And this is a reprint by Monkfish. Just look. And she is famous for having done this work. So it is the most beautiful picture book you have ever, ever, ever seen of goddesses across all time. I mean, really, look, all cultures. And she not only gives you a full color big picture, but then she writes a description over here and gets you started having a relationship with that goddess. And it was from her. I assume I talk about it on the podcast. I know I have talked to her about this, so I'm assuming it's on the podcast, that what she teaches, she used to do a lot of live events, is you pick a goddess. Okay, so let me just give you one. I'm going to open. Who's this guy? Hahai-Huti. This is a Native American, or maybe it's Inuit. I'm not taking the time to read it. But you can see this magnificent woman with a crown on her head, and her hands are holding, is it a bowl? In front of her. So this is a really easy one. In order to begin a relationship with this goddess, yeah, you read, but she had us, in this case, stand, both feet shoulder width, kind of like a yoga position. Hold this bowl in front of you. She's looking down at the bowl, and you hold that position for 5 minutes. Now, you couldn't do that with Durga. But what she is teaching is that your body has a memory, and your body is going to teach you. You can read and read. Go ahead, have a party. But in order to become Selket, in order to become Tara, you take the position and hold it still for 5 minutes. And so, because she and I had had this conversation, that was in the back of my head. But to be honest, I kind of forgot about it. And this book was sitting on my shelf. So Kathy and I are getting together to plan the opening ceremony. And I'm pushing, go get a copy of this book. I'm sorry, you have to have a copy of this book. And as I'm explaining why, I'm not going to show you my goddess. I just opened, let's say it was to this page. I mean, really, look, right? Look at this. Shalako Mana, late 19th century North American. So I just, my eye, as I'm just going, Kathy, 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 my eye glanced and I went, oh my goddess, oh my goddess, that's my goddess, that's my goddess. Now it wasn't this one, but oh my goddess. And it was just like instantaneous, like the nuthatch. I didn't have the nuthatch story then. The nuthatch, so to speak, if we're going to use this idea of the nuthatch, the goddess was, do nuthatches, Kathy, have a sound? Do they,
Yeah, they kind of just twitter. They don't have like a big song. Um, I'll see if I can find it and
because,
we can
well,
play it.
because although we can't push Mistos out of the way, I mean, he will not have it. But I was thinking when we get to this in the learning gatherings, wouldn't it be cute to have you sent me a tiny nuthatch, right? So I could condense that nuthatch down and just have her sitting right before awareness. And if we could find the recording, I can press and she can Twitter. Anyway, that's what was happening here. She nuthatched me, and I fell in love, obsessed, became obsessed with a goddess. So I said, Kathy, who's your goddess? And while Kathy's thinking, I said, stop, wait a second. Because in her new moon tarot, make certain you come. We have a new moon tarot coming up on the 23rd. The date's going to be in our learning gathering. Kathy does this magnificent thing where, in order for everybody to get their own card, she ruffles the cards and then you say stop or now, that's your card. And then at the end, she says pick a number between 1 and 21, and that's your little visual medicine. So I never miss one of Kathy's new and terrace. So I went, wait a second, Kathy. It was kind of fun to do it to Kathy instead of Kathy doing it to us. I said, pick a number between 2 and 151, because and she did. And once again, I'm not going to tell you her number because you might choose it yourself or show it to you. But as I'm reading the description, I went, Kathy, this is your goddess, the lady of the beasts. Come on. So we decided we're going to do that for everybody. We're going to do, so you say your hellos, who are you, where do you live, whatever you want us to know about you, but keep it down to, a minute, 2 minutes. And then if you want, nobody has to do anything. We could pick a number and bibliomancy, find your goddess, and either Kathy or I will send you the picture, although I can't recommend highly enough, just get the bloody book.
The book also looks like this.
It does?
This is older than Janet's.
Oh yeah, because mine is a Monkfish reprint. That's how I got it. Monkfish sent it to me.
But this is beautiful also. And I think we were going to have everybody now
Oh, do their number in advance.
choose your number. Just, connect with the whole pantheon of goddesses.
Ask the nuthatch for your number.
Yes. Ask who wants my attention? Who is going to be my ally during ART6? Who's going to hold my hand? Come to me, show me. Who's going to be my partner? And now let a number come between 2 and 151. It's not intellectual. Just whatever number pops into your mind is perfect.
And in order to include that one I showed you that doesn't have any description, we could actually go to number 1 if we wanted.
Oh, okay. People are putting it in.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, is it down there? I will start to write them down then.
So should we, and also cafes are more informal. Showing up on time is a good thing, but if you need to be late, then be late. We're happy to see you. If you need to leave early, then take care of yourself with what you need to do. But right now, what I'll say is if anybody needs to go, then you should introduce yourself
And go
first. And then we'll show you your goddess.
I'm writing them down. I'm up to Brandon at 13, Haley at 81.
So who wants to? I'll start. Kathy, I'm in Vermont, USA, and I'm so excited to start this ART6. I love these cafes. I'm a painter and an animal lover and a creator of beaded treasures and fiber dolls and community. I love weaving us together. That's me, and I have my goddess. So, Barbara, go for it. Are you frozen? Oh dear. Yeah, so if you want to do it like this, you can raise your hands and we can do it that way, if that makes sense. Yeah, Barbara is frozen. Okay, go for it, Whisper. And then we'll keep trying to come back to Barbara.
Namaste. I'm Whisper, and I am so excited to be here. I couldn't wait for this ART6 to start. I am I'm a yoga instructor, and for those of you who know me and know my situation where I broke my leg and blah 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 in November, I taught my first yoga class last night, and and it's
Yay!
like freaking amazing. So I'm excited. I feel reborn. These art programs have really opened up a space of creativity and regeneration in me that's fabulous. And so I'm excited to see where we go from here. And I appreciate everybody in this program who just shares their light and their truth so vulnerably and openly and beautifully. Thank you.
So I have a funny thing to tell you. Okay, Kathy, tell her about 123.
So this is, I'm going to take a picture of this so it'll be flat. Okay, so here's her picture. She is, Tony probably knows, she's called Green Gulch Green Tara, a North America goddess. By taking care of our precious earth today, we take care of our future. That's your goddess.
And you're not going to tell her what's special about that goddess?
Well, what do you mean? They're all special. I don't know.
That goddess that created this entire thing, because what number did you choose? 123.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, see, I didn't have the book then. So,
Yes. Because I joked that, oh, Tony's in the room because it was Tara. And then when I read it to you, that's when I went, because it's Lady of the Beast. And I went, oh my goddess, this is proof. This is proof. We didn't have the nuthatch then.
okay.
But isn't that funny?
That is funny.
Isn't that adorable?
I didn't realize that. Okay, so I'll send these out later.
And send that, can you send that page too, so she has something to read for anybody
Yeah.
that doesn't have the book?
Yep. Okay, let's try Barbara again. Barbara. Not going to happen. Okay, go for it, Freddie.
Freddie Giroux, Vancouver, Washington, otherwise known as Iola. And when I first started taking classes from Janet, or sessions or intensives, 5.5 years ago, she first called me Mountain Woman because that was kind of my passion, hiking in the mountains, which I no longer do because of my age. However, after I've got a long history, 60 some years, close to 70 years of being in the field of medicine. I'm a registered nurse, married to a doctor for 30 years. So it's kind of my passion, my heat, and so forth. And after decades of conversing with Archangel Michael, on May 17th in 2022, his twin sister, Archangel Lucy, introduced herself to me, and I've been channeling her ever since. I think that pretty much says it.
Mm-hmm. And your number. And by the way, somebody said someone else had already chosen a number. You can have the same number. You don't have to. It's not like New Moon Tarot.
Yeah.
Kathy only has one little thing. We could all have the same one if we felt like it. That's what you have. That's not 111 for me. That's the page before, 109.
Well, the other one doesn't have a name.
Well, she doesn't have a name, but wait a second. Okay, it's a small picture, Freddie. Is this what you have on 111?
Freddie, you're going to have to do some research.
All right, let me read to you about this. So Kathy will send you the whole chapter. So Kathy will send you, it's the beginning of a celebration section. So
Yep.
she'll send you 109. So here's the goddess that opens celebration. And there's some pretty fun stuff to read about her, but you specifically said 111. Now I grant that picture is a very small, but just let me read to you what it says. This cannot be an accident. This is Nuthatch at her best. This is a clay group, a circle of women dancing around a woman with a lyre. And where does it come from? Crete, 1500 BCE. Now tell me you weren't in Crete.
Oh, I was.
Dancing with a circle of women, right?
I was. Yeah.
So I grant the picture is really small, but this is obviously very famous and you can find it, I'm sure, online.
Yeah, we'll find her.
It's so adorable.
Is there a name to look up?
No.
It just says a circle of women dancing around a woman with a lyre, Crete, circa 1500 BCE. But Kathy knows how to do a reverse image. I have seen this before. So
Yeah,
this
we'll find her.
is obscure. We will find her. Them.
Yeah.
And it's under celebration, Freddie. I mean, and it's Crete. Yeah, so if anybody does have the book, Freddie
Speaking of,
dancing on page.
since I'm here, I took this off my wall in my bathroom this morning. I've had it for 46 years and I bought it in Crete. It's from the paintings on the walls of the Palace of Knossos.
So the women dancing around, the women with the lyre were in that room dancing around, dancing under the fresco. Is that the right way to say it?
Yes, thank you. That's it.
So who's next, Tony?
Yeah, go for it, Tony.
I'm Tony Gonsalves, also known as White Cardinal. That is my witch name. I am super corporate by day and wizard, shapeshifter, all the rest of the time. I live in Fort Lauderdale area, in Florida, in a town called Oakland Park. I've been with Janet and Kathy on the art journey since ART3, but I have done the recordings of 1 and 2. What else? I love myself some green Tara. And she loves me back.
If you had chosen number 123 as well, we would have given up and gone, okay.
I knew the number, so I didn't want to choose the same one. I figured I'd go with my favorite number. So I think my number was.
You ready for 11?
Yeah.
This is, Rebecca's not with us. How do you pronounce IXCHEL in Spanish? Because the X would be like
SH.
Ishel the Weaver.
Ishel.
Ishel the Weaver, 8th century of our common era. And Ishel is the Mayan goddess of the changing moon, weaving, prophecy, sexuality, healing, and childbirth. She was revered throughout southern Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula, and most of Central America from 600 to 1500 CE. She is still known as the Queen, our grandmother, our mother, and the White Lady. So I think your nuthatch is a white cardinal. Look at her.
Awesome.
And her poem is pretty great. It's
Okay,
short.
you read the poem while I hold up the picture. Can you pin me so he can see the picture while you read?
Sure. Old woman of all ages, old woman of all ages, holder of the memory, star seed planted in your body, life's web must be mended. Spider woman's crying. Each one of us is a weaver, shining one's remembering.
Love it.
Look at her. Look at her jewelry, her necklace. Do you love her, Tony?
I do. I took a screenshot.
Nice.
She's sitting at her loom with her ever-present bird companion. So who's next? Stone Woman.
Okay, my name is Margaret Milnes. I live in New York City, and I've been with the witch sequence since the beginning. And I have to admit that the opening celebration on Sunday was amazing. The word that I would use is gobsmacked. It's a wonderful British word. And it's actually the same word that hit me way back in Songlines when Leonora Carrington was chosen as the second witch, because I put her name forward. And I was absolutely stunned. And that's how I felt on Sunday, gobsmacked. Oh, and I have the book, so you don't need to send me a picture or anything like that.
But you chose the number without looking at the book.
Yeah, I did not look at the book when I chose the number, and it was number 63.
So number 63, I don't know if you want to take Haley's advice about holding this position for 5 minutes. I don't think so. But look at that. And she is the introduction to an entire section on transformation, Margaret.
That's where I am.
Transformation and transmutation are essential aspects of the goddess of creation and celebration. Nothing is created anew. We and all of existence are composed of elements and on. So you'll read the whole thing on 11. And it continues on 64 and 65 because it is the introduction. But the particular image is this one, and it says Dakini. Man, you don't want to mess with the Dakini. So this is a Buddhist Dakini holding a skull cap symbolizing transformation. It's from Nepal in the 17th centuries of the Common Era. What do you think, Margaret?
It's perfect.
How is it perfect?
Well, because that's where I am in my life right now, transformation. Yeah, don't know where I'm going, have no idea, but yeah. Just follow the next first track.
Well,
Do you
and that-
remember that
Go
the
ahead.
Dakinis were the characters that Stephanie, the dream lady, talked about a lot? Creation forces. They're pretty fun.
So you said you don't know where you're going, right? But
Yeah.
look at her face. She is getting her guidance, right? And look at this step she's willing to take. It's like, fuck it, off we go. Here I come.
I'll give it a try.
Well, be careful. Maybe if you could like hold on to,
A chair.
yeah, oh, well, because her hand is up like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Can do that.
In the bathroom, a safety pole, you know.
Oh, right,
Be
yeah.
careful with this position.
They're up against a wall.
Yeah, do it up against the wall.
I could lie on the floor and
Holding
do
on
it
to
too.
something.
Lie flat on the floor.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
you
exactly.
go. All right, so you're a Dakini and Branwyn.
Hi, yes, I'm Branwen, and I'm located in the northeast corner of Maryland. I have 4 kids that I homeschool. I am a clinical herbalist and just kind of a tinkerer with the arts. I love playing with fiber arts, and I've started playing with bookmaking, and I occasionally paint when I feel inspired, and I just love all of it. And I am so excited to be here again. It feels like it's been a long summer, and I'm ready to get going again. And the number 13 came into my head before anyone even said pick a number. I just had 13 running through my head.
And you
So
don't have this book yet, right?
no, I don't.
You're
Kathy,
gonna, okay,
could
are you
this-
sitting down?
I'm sitting down.
You tell her, Kathy.
Spider.
Well, you talk, but pin me so she can see the picture.
Spider, the creatrix. Unbelievable. And yeah, so this is, let me get Janet. So here's what it says. In the beginning was thought, and her name was woman. She is the old woman who tends the fires of life. She is the old woman spider who weaves us together. She is the eldest God, the one who remembers and remembers.
Just so for folks who don't know me very well, spider has been central to my mandalas for Lotus and Lily for years now, for
Exactly.
several years in a row. And I've embroidered spider webs, and I take pictures of spider webs, and they are portrayed in my artwork and my dreams. And so this is amazing.
I
It's
can't
just
believe it.
such a proof.
I'm getting
Yes.
the book now, just so you know.
Count how many hands there are. It's our
38
number,
legs.
7.
So beautiful. That's exciting.
This is such proof for everyone. No one has gone, yeah.
I was going to pass on
Branwyn.
this one. I was like, oh, well, they're just doing, now I have to get the book.
Branwen, that it looks like that sigil that you shared with us.
It does. I
Is it
had
like-
my sigil that I didn't recognize, and Tony was the one who reached out and said, that's a spider.
Wow.
You're right, it does, Tony. It's just like it.
Bibliomancy is just astonishing. You want to play, Haley?
Yes. I'm Haley. I'm in Western Massachusetts. I'm a survivor of 25 years of working in politics. I
Okay, survivor is correct.
and new chapter, new roads, new paths, all leading to you all. And this word that I just heard the last couple of days, and I don't know if it came up at our first opening ceremony, but sovereignty, stepping into my sovereignty as a witch. Always seen things and heard things that I thought everyone else did, but they didn't necessarily. So I've worked with plants and animals and stones and just love it all. And I'm so happy to be here. So happy to be here.
And the goddess is rather happy that you're here too. Same thing, you want to pin me to hold it up so Haley can see it while you read about it, Kathy?
Nut, mother of rebirth. She's from Africa. The one of the netherworld, the mysterious one, the one of the cavern, the one of the coffin, she who combs, the one of the water, the weaver. So it seems like there are a couple different nuts, and this one is about fertility, womb, serpent, rebirth.
Death and rebirth.
Yeah,
Perfect.
regeneration.
Yeah.
Yeah, read the whole thing. Why this explains why there's two messages. The scarab of rebirth is beneath her feet, and you're talking about being reborn. Her robe
Yeah.
is decorated with the glyph of fertility, water, the womb. We have already met Nut as the cosmic goddess who gives birth to the sun and nourishes the earth with moisture from her breasts. So, but this is from Africa, the mother of rebirth. So this is a position. Now, this is not an easy position to hold for 5 minutes, to make a 90-degree angle. So same thing, maybe you want to lie down. But look, that's a very, very, very powerful.
That
And
is so beautiful because that is a position that I've taken in my dreams lately. That sort of mountain pose of, yeah, of course.
Yeah, the position of invocation.
Wow.
And her symbols, it would be interesting to spend some time. What's that, a lion? There's a mass, and of course we have to have a snake because that's the goddess. There's a tremendous amount going on here. Wow. And then there's this one as well. They're sisters of life and death. So the nut hatch has brought you to, I don't think it's pronounced nut, newt, mother of rebirth, but still it's N-U-T.
Beautiful, thank you.
Isn't that adorable?
So glad you're here, Haley.
Thank you.
Okay, Debbie, your turn.
Okay. Well, along the lines, before I introduce myself, along the lines of the nuthatch, I was originally planning to come today and carved it out of my schedule, and my schedule got totally rearranged, and it was a quarter till, and I'm like, I don't think I can go. I think I'll catch the recording. And then as I did that, a little tiny bird flew from diagonally from one side to another. I'm like, was that a nuthatch? I don't know. I mean, like, well, it doesn't matter. Message received. So I'm here. So thanks to the nuthatch. And I am in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I am a holistic nurse and marriage and family therapist and craniosacral therapist, and work with somatic birth psychology and all sorts of spirituality for the longest time. And I think this found me. A friend of mine recommended Lotus and Lily, and it was just last year, and it was just the exact right time, even though I've known Janet through another friend for years and years and years. It just didn't click, and it clicked last November, and here we are. It's like, oh no, you're going, so here I am, really delighted to be here with everyone. It's just a beautiful holding place, and I don't even know what to call it.
And you chose the number 70. Does 70 represent something for you?
No, actually, there were like a couple of numbers swirling, and it was like 70, and I'm like, is it more? Is it 72, 73, 74? Like, then it's like, I don't know. And then I heard nothing. So I just was like 70. So it may not even have I don't even know what page 70 could be. And now my mandala from Lotus and Lily just fell on the floor. So
all right.
Oh no.
So this is a tarot card.
Oh.
From the Mother Peace deck. Do you know the Mother Peace?
I have it, yes.
You have it?
I do.
Well, in that case, page 70 is the copy And page 71. So that's so interesting that you were like, wait, I want to hear more. The picture is on 71. So Kathy, you want to tell her about the Mother Peace death card?
Oh, yeah.
Goddesses of death and rebirth, Inanna, Kali, Rhiannon, I don't know, Hecate, Persephone, Isis, Nut, Allah. Help me remember the truth of living on this beautiful planet. Let me not fear death, whether physical death or the little deaths of the phases of my life. Teach me to accept the cycles of my life, that I may learn to release and move on without attachment. May my endings be peaceful, that my beginnings may be blessed. May my prayers and actions benefit all beings of your lands.
Mm.
Does that resonate?
Oh, well, yes. Not not really wanted, but way so appreciated and really apropos. Thank you.
Mhm.
Well, because we get flipped out about the death card, right? However, this is death and rebirth in goddess-oriented cultures. This is the labyrinth carries us home, the ceremony that we say. And that litany, Kathy, of these are all our people, Inanna, Kali, Coatlicue, whatever her name is, Isis, Persephone, Newt. This is everybody. Help me remember.
Quetzalcoatl.
Coatlicue is what it says. But never mind. The point is, these are all our goddesses. These are all our goddesses. Wow. The Mother Peace deck.
Mm.
Now look at this little chant at the top, Kathy. We all come from the Mother, and to her we shall return, like a drop of rain flowing into the ocean.
And the line that stuck out to me the most was, may it be peaceful for all.
Mm-hmm.
And my word from lotus and lily is placidus, which is Latin for peace, gentleness.
And also, this feels like a mirror of the very holy work that you do.
Mm. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Whew. All right, Mother Peace. Did I write that down? I think I did. I did. So, Sandra?
Okay, my name is Sandra Teskey. I live in Hillsboro, Oregon, and my witch's name is Cassandra. I have been focusing on medicine painting and what each painting has, the story it has to tell me. I'm excited about ART6. I have taken all of the other classes and found that each one has built on another and allows me to expand and learn. And so that's me. Oh, I'm number 8, I guess.
Right. So look at the cover. Look at the cover.
Oh, is that me?
You chose the cover.
Wow.
This is the bird-headed snake goddess. So this is everything. You got the bird, you got the snake, and look at her position. Look at her power. Oh my goddess. So Kathy, you want to read a little bit about her?
In the beginning, Eurynomy, the goddess of all things, danced upon the waves. From the wind stirred up behind her, she made the serpent Ophion. Ecstatically she danced, and Ophion curled around her. Not long thereafter, she took the form of a dove and laid the universal egg upon the waters. As she instructed, Ophion curled 7 times around the egg until it hatched, and all things of the world, the stars and planets, the mountains and rivers, and all the living creatures came pouring out.
Did you say she curled around 7 times?
Yeah.
That's a description of the labyrinth,
Yep.
Oh, wow.
right? Curl.
Yep.
And she is African from 4000 BCE. Wow. Look at the emotion. And this is what Haley tries to teach. If you hold that position, which once again would be hard with your hips out and your arms up, maybe let's not go for 5 minutes. Imagine how that feels in your body, though. The strength, the power, the sovereignty. Oh, she's magnificent.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll talk some more about this in another learning gathering. This she's the first one that is showing this bird goddess. The bird started out as like the main animal with the goddess, and these the big butts
yeah.
represents, she's holding an egg, right? She's got the universal life force inside her. And these are actually supposed to be feathers coming off of her hands. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so if she holds the position instead of going like this, which is what it looks like,
Imagine they're feathers.
there are feathers coming out.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Hey, thank you.
Okay, Camellia.
Now, Camellia, it seems to me you said you had to change your number. Nobody has to change their number.
Well, that's okay. I did anyway, and
All
it's
right.
good. It's good.
So
Yeah,
what
I
number?
changed it to 19.
19. All right.
Yep.
Camellia, you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Camellia Stats. My witch name is Rosemary, which is also my middle name. I'm from Michigan, and I love my witchiness. I love it like crazy, and it just seems like when I realized that I was a witch, I gave up whatever life had thrown at me as far as Christianity my whole life. I felt like I'd come home. And that to me made all the difference in everything that I do in my life. And actually, everything that I had been doing, I just didn't realize it. So, what else can I say about myself? I've had some training, but not everything in Reiki. But I took it to heart and I practice Reiki every day and I love it. And I share Reiki with everyone who wants and needs it. Um, and it's just become my practice. And, I went through the first 2 sessions of Reiki. There's a third, there's actually many others, but those are the main three that I have yet to actually take classes in or a class in. But I study it and feel like it's part of my practice, part of my daily, um, I don't know, just part of my life, part of what I share with the world. Reiki is just prayer to me, and so that's what I use it for. I use it to cover whoever needs it with prayer by using Reiki.
Nice.
So that's what I do, and I think that's enough. I guess I could go on and on, but I won't. So,
So let's see your
19,
goddess.
what do we got going?
Kathy, pin me and let's not say anything. What are you perceiving?
Oh, that is wonderful. I love it. I love it. I love it. That is like me in full form. Everybody that has known me or met me at one point in time just kind of turn their heads the other way and just say, I didn't really see that. But they can't not see it. They can't unsee it once they do. And that's my personality. And I love it. So
you're going to have to Google how to say this. Tlazolteotl. Teodoro. She is North American, 15th century of the Common Era. And interestingly, she is right after the spider, the original number that you were thinking of. So she's
Oh,
directly connected. And it says, just as the goddess Ethel weaves our destinies from the fabric of existence, so also woman weaves living beings from the tissues of her own body. Just as spider spirals out from the center of her web, and just as life itself evolved from the single-celled amoeba, so also woman, in the ultimate act of creation, builds a living being around her fertilized egg. We got eggs. In this ceremonial statue made of aplite, A-P-L-I-T-E, speckled with garnets, the goddess portrays the heroic aspect of birthing. She is the image of woman reclaiming her power through the act of consciously giving birth. So instead of viewing that or limiting this to giving birth to a human being, you have described your conscious choice to birth yourself into the
yep.
memory of being a witch. So there you go. There's your.
All right. And I also daily knit and crochet. And that is a huge part of my life. And that to me is my weaving. That to me is my creating. So
Well, there you go. I don't know how to say it. Salat. I'll Google. We'll Google it. Azolteotl. Mary Totten.
Hi, I'm Mara Totten, Mary Ellen. Mara Totten is my witch name. Comes from a past life in ancient Egypt. I live in Vermont near Kathy. Kathy introduced me to the witch sequence and Janet and all the other lovely things, intensives. I'm a mom. I have 5 grown children and 3 grandchildren. I am also a Reiki practitioner and teacher. So if you want to do your 3rd level, Amelia, we could do that. I make chakra healing jewelry, which you may have seen the Iolite bracelet that's being offered to go with our ART6 intensive. I blend essential oils. I like to watercolor. I paint vessels, goddesses, things related to the divine feminine lately. What else? I feel fascinated by ancient Egypt, the Cathars, water. I have this like crazy thing going with water. I mean, I've had it all my life, but it's really deepened. And I love that we're going there somewhere. I don't know where, but we're going somewhere in this intensive later on, right? What else am I doing? Devoted to Mary Magdalene. I think, is that it? I'm happiest when I'm outside in nature, growing things, animals. I also, Kathy let me pick a number a few weeks ago. I also picked, it's number 9, but it's the same goddess as Cassandra.
So that's good. You're going to stay with number 9?
Which I love. Well, I love sharing a goddess with Sandra.
And
Yeah, I love her. So yeah, is that okay if we
of course.
Yeah.
do that
We could
together?
all have the same one if we wanted to.
Yeah.
The bird-headed snake goddess Africa, 4000 BCE.
Yeah, I love that she is from Africa, I think Egypt specifically. And yeah, I forget what else it said in the reading.
Well, the opening, it says pre-classical Mediterranean myth. In the beginning, Eurynome, the goddess of all things, danced upon the waves. From the wind stirred up behind her, she made the serpent Ophion. Ecstatically she danced, and Ophion curled around her. Not long thereafter, she took the form of a dove and laid the universal egg upon the waters. As she instructed, Ophion curled 7 times around the egg until it hatched, and all the things of the world, the stars, the planets, the mountains, the rivers, all living creatures came pouring forth.
Love it.
Yeah. And Kathy's got the book, so you can get it from her.
Thank you.
Jamie. You have to
Oh,
unmute.
there we go. Hi, I'm Jamie Sophia Mariah. Sophia was the name given to me I don't know, I want to say in 2017 or something. I legally changed my name. It's kind of seeded in more and more and more the significance of that. And that was like, oh, that's my witch name. I, unbeknownst to me, had been kind of living the priestess witchy life my whole life. I think my mother was a goddess priestess, but she has taken on a lot of wounding in this lifetime, and she healed quite a bit. And I learned the journey of healing through her, like living life as a healing journey. And I first found Janice. I started off, wow, let me step back. So I did a lot of singing and performing, and then I did as therapist for 17 years, and I studied to be a naturopath. And but the school shut down to more mental, emotional, and energetic.
Jamie, Jamie, turn your video
Healing.
off.
And I got deep into it. Yes. Okay.
Oh, that didn't do the trick.
There we go. Lagging too much. So Spirit kept pushing me deeper into more mental, emotional. Is it breaking up too much?
No, it's okay now.
Anyway, if you can hear me, I do deep, I've done deep energetic emotional regression, deep energy work clearing. I started, deep intuitive regression, energy reading. I started that back in 2008. I did roughly about 3 years, and the last year was an intensive training for a whole year. I had done 6 weeks and several 6-week intensives, but anyway, I found Janet with I think I heard someone told me about the Lotus and Lily book. I did the Lotus and Lily myself, and I looked up her website, and then the first course I did was I believe the Jeanne d'Arc, and then the Return of the Witches, and just about everyone after that. Lucy and Freddie were my roommates at the end of the Remembering the Song Lines year-long course, and at the live event that we did, the closing ceremony in England. So that was quite a treat. Yeah, and this has been this I've said this before, that all the stuff that I've done with Janet feels like the culmination of what the energy I set in intention way back in my energy classes back in 2010, 2011, where I said, okay, I've cleared all my stuff, all my karmic stuff in my lifetime, in my, generations. Let's get to the root of this. And so Janet has been beautifully facilitating all the details coming together to help finish off this intention I set so long ago. So thank you, Janet, and thank you, beautiful, beautiful community that she's brought in, because everyone has brought in so many absolutely perfect pieces to complete and add to and facilitate an exponential expansion that is so beautiful. So thank you all for being a part of this.
So hold on to that word beautiful. Take a breath. Kathy's gonna pin me. And here we go with Zonokwa, North American 19th century mask.
Whoa.
I underlined a few things, Kathy. Do you?
Wow.
Yeah, wow. You have to read the whole thing. It's a wooden quaquioodle mask portraying the giant Zonka of Northwest Coast Native American myth. So it's kind of in your neck of the woods where you live in Northern California. She is a complex figure. There are many, many, many stories and a whole variety of artistic representations, both respected and feared. She is invoked in numerous aspects of Quaquioodle, and you'll have to do some research. Quakiutl, Quaquioodle, and that's not a tribe I'm familiar with, life. The mask has facial hair. She is depicted as both intimidating and beautiful, and her mouth is open to make the sound of the hooting owl with which she is associated. So there's your nuthatch is the owl.
Wow.
Glancing very quickly, her name means wild woman of the woods.
I love it.
Right, wild woman of the woods. And then it goes on to say her part in women's puberty ceremonies. She's the goddess of rebirth if one is not afraid of her. Like many fearsome creatures, she has great riches for those who befriend her. And then it goes on to tell stories. And it ends with, well, let me look at I'm going to read you the little bit that Haley wrote here. It says, imagine putting on this mask of Dizonqua. Feel your wild hair, your red lips and cheeks, your blue-black skin. Call the song of Dizonqua. Hoo, hoo, oh, hoo. What do you have to confront? What do you have to say to them? What riches do you gain? How can you share them? Whoa.
That's amazing. And it's very fitting because I have Pluto in my rising. And I remember Ashley Eubanks, she's like, are people often triggered in your presence? I'm like, yeah.
And if you put that mask on.
Well, I mean, I'm very comfortable in the depths of the, deepest underworld. And a lot of people aren't. So I can see right through to the core of someone and they don't want to hear it. It's like,
She's absolutely perfect for you. So Kathy will send you this little bit, but obviously this would be something to begin to find out about the tribe. And
yeah,
So there
that's
you go.
beautiful.
Number 77. Isn't she magnificent?
She is intimidating. She's got a mustache.
And that's exactly what I just noticed. North American 19th century from the Dizonqua of Northwest Coast Native American men. Woo! Alteri.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alteri, I don't see a number here. You want to just tell me what your number is?
88.
88. Okay. While you're talking and saying hello, I'll look it up.
Okay. First, I'd like to introduce the nuthatch via a Cornell app. By the way, there are many, 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 many nuthatches. They're all over the world. I was trying to find one that looked like the one that Kathy, and I kept getting into India, Algeria. So here's one from New York. Can you hear it? No? Well, if you want to get the app, Dawn, that didn't work out. But anyway, I love this app. It's the Merlin Bird ID, and it's out of Cornell University. And you can go when you're out in nature with your, and you can turn it on and the symphony around you, they'll tell you each bird. And when the bird sings, it will get lit up and then you will have it in a library.
Wow.
Exactly. So, and as you saw, I mean, I could give you a net, if you could hear it, the nuthatch from Algeria. And they
And they
sound,
sound different. Different nuthatches from around the world have different, not only different appearances, but different songs.
yeah, exactly. It's subtle. But they all have a certain to it, but in different, one's like faster than the other. So play it's a fun app to play with, the Merlin Bird ID app from Cornell. So my introduction is, yes, I love birds, and birds have been a very important influence. As you can see behind me, right there, I have a photo I took of some owlets that blessed me for 2 weeks as they were learning how to fly. Um, I am for the last 2 years in a big transition from being a working woman. For 40 years, I studied and practiced a I called it Asian healing arts. And so that encompassed many things. And I love these introductions because I've been with the group for about a year now. And to get to know that, wow, this really is my tribe. I mean, people's loves and experience, even work ways are, very much akin to me. And, that's not necessarily true in my life. So I really appreciate this group. Right now, I took myself out of quote retirement and am working with changing, and it's rapidly happening. The wonderful land that I live on is now called Altair's Earth Sanctuary, and I'm really getting engrossed in spirals. I started doing a lavender spiral maze, and I have a spiral um, walkway that you've kind of seen in the background that goes, up spiral. But then, anyway, in what's happening here, there are now connecting spirals for meditation walks anyway, lots of things are evolving with this. There's a wise tree that I shared with Kathy, and that was given to me by a native spirit that lives here. Um, that is a nuthatch story because I had seen a similar tree in my hometown when I was back in New York in a cemetery that was a native cemetery, and it was a tree that split open a boulder, and that's where the cemetery was. So I get chills. I come home from that trip, which many of you know is a very moving trip because it was a trip of creating the memorials for my aunt and uncle and cat. So that family went away in the ocean, and it was beautiful. And I get home, and the second night, my spirit native, wants to be called Brave, um, told me to go to a special spot on the property because he had a gift. And there it was, the wise one. Now, share a picture. It is a tree that broke through a boulder on the creek. So Friday we had the in-between time celebration of Langdasa, and we went down there and we all sat by the creek with some with our feet in the water and etc. and just were silent for 15 minutes. And that's really what's going on for me. Like you talked, and we all heard about the silence of our brains. And what I'm finding lately is from Sunday that when I listen, like I listen to the birds or the wind, because I'm mostly outside, my brain stops. I mean, my chatter stops. Yeah. So I don't know. But I love to paint. I love to play the flute. I love the flute. As all of us are real creative, and I again feel very much with this tribe. And I'm Altri Sunra, a name I chose, definitely connected to Egypt. And that's my name.
So say that last sentence you just said. Say it one more time.
And that's my name. Altri
Yes.
Sunra,
Connected with where?
Egypt.
You. So
Oh, chill.
my queen, I'm willing to share
Oh,
Silket
oh,
with you.
oh my goodness gracious
Look
me.
at her. This is the goddess that started the whole thing. I'm on with Kathy and I just go, Kathy, this book. You just and then it opened to this page and I went, oh, oh, that's mine. There she is. She's mine. That's my goddess. And so here she is. She's one of four in front of Tutankhamun's tomb,
Whoa.
gold. And I thought she had a bird on her head. She did not have a bird on her head. Do you know what she has on her head? A scorpion. Look at her. And I'm so obsessed with her that I Googled, like I
You're
have
the
on my desk, and the best statue I can find of her is at the Met in New York.
Oh, wow.
My daughter-in-law is going to get a job at the Met. Lucy and I are working so hard on it. But in the meantime, because she could get 40% off, 50% off if she's an employee. But in the meantime, as a member, she can still get me a discount. So here we go. Selket, Africa, 14th century BCE. And this is a quote. It is not I who utter it. It is not I who repeat it. It is Selket who utters it. It is Selket who repeats it. The scorpion goddess Selket is one of four Egyptian goddesses guarding the tomb of Tutankhamun. This statue is made of wood overlaid with gesso and gilded and is one of the most graceful and powerful figures to come to us from the Egyptian culture. And she is. I mean, just look at her.
Yeah. Wow.
So I'm willing to share her with you. Just
Thank
like Kathy's willing to share the Lady of the Beast Tara with Whisper.
Thank you. Well, that's awesome because I have my rising sign and my moon sign in Scorpio.
And my rising sign is in Scorpio. That's why I went, oh, yes. Although it was a little disconcerting to discover she has a scorpion on her head at first. She is associated with the autumn equinox.
Wow.
When
Whoa,
she,
it's coming
yeah,
up.
when she sends the sun Sun, Horus, to his midwinter death and rebirth at the hands of our girl Isis. The underworld aspect of the Babylonian Ishtar is also often symbolized by the scorpion. And she will incarnate as a swallow. Get the map out. Swallow, whose appearance was an auspicious omen. Like so many goddesses, she has both a chthonic and celestial nature. So the little thing that Haley wrote right here, I'll read it. Selket, beautiful goddess, priestess and magician, teach me the true nature of your magic. Goddess Selket, show me how to celebrate birth and how to mourn dying, which is exactly what you just did. She, me, I imagine that's supposed to say show me. Show me what I have forgotten. What's our mantra? I am beginning to remember what I never forgot. I mean, she's so perfect. Show me what I have forgotten, that transformation can be joyous. Let me give myself to your passion, for when I deny my feelings and do not express them, I poison myself. Help me know the transformation that comes from truly loving myself and others. And because of that, what Haley writes isn't always a hymn, it isn't always a prayer. You know, you never know what she's going to write. But when I read that to Kathy, I went, oh, Kathy, you know what we're going to do? We're going to embody the goddess. Imagine standing like this, right? And she has her hands forward. What a regal. We're going to write a hymn or a poem or a prayer to our goddess.
Great.
So,
yeah, just two things about that. One is current. Last night I had a dream where I stood like this and I said something about something I could do, and someone said, "You can't do that." And I said, "Yes, I can." So, but also one of our wonderful journeys in ART4, I went back to that time, which she is a little further, and met
That's
aliens.
old.
Yeah, and I met aliens
You met who?
during the journey, and they showed she's was one of the journeys that Kathy took us on, and I went to a special place in Africa, and there was a light, and the light beings taught me about essences, taught me to share about the power of flowers.
Well,
So
there you go. So she is beyond magnificent. And if you Google her, you'll find the statue at the Met. I like the statue at the Met because it's so crisp and clear and perfect. You know, the Met does a really nice job with those duplications.
Wow.
Wow. This feels, Kathy, this feels to me like everybody's goddess is perfect. This
Janet, if we're doing our goddess poses, you're probably going to get a complaint from my husband if I try to suspend myself in the top corner of the
well,
ceiling.
okay, the spider might be. But it's like a shield. Well, you could lie, I don't know. Yeah, you got 8 legs?
Climbing the wall sounds like fun. I don't know. We'll have to explore.
Yeah, I
You
think
could
yours is
do
the
a
only.
you could do a spider yoga pose.
That's true.
Okay, there you go.
So Jonathan didn't go. I'm not gonna make you
And
go, but I do have your number.
Oh,
And okay.
Jonathan has a number?
Yep.
What is it?
149.
Oh, I wrote it down.
Jonathan, you want to say hi?
hi, I'm Jonathan Harvey. I'm from Palo Alto, California, so I'm on the West Coast. And I'm now retired. I am getting ready to move to a new home in late in the year, and I'm going on a trip to France in September, and which is going to be to Magdalene related sites. And I've worked in the past professionally, both as a software engineer and as an educator. And my witch name is Mère Lynn, which is the French mother, and the Celtic word Lynn, Lynn, meaning lake, but it's a deliberate, conscious homophone of Merlin.
Merlin.
Yes, I did that on purpose. And while you guys were mentioning this book, I did an Amazon search, and I discovered that these are 3 separate books. There is this book, The Heart of the Goddess. There is a book called The Womb of the Goddess. There is a book called The Body of the Goddess, but there is not any book called The Mind of the Goddess, which I think is reflective of the fact that we're not in that logocentric.
Right. And Jonathan, are those books all by Haley?
No, they're by 3 completely separate independent authors, but I just found it interesting that those 3 titles exist, but Mind of the Goddess doesn't exist, because we're getting away from that logocentric paradigm. So anyway, so my number is 149, and let me know.
Perfect. So Kathy, you read to him but pin me so he can see it.
She's called Grandmother Moon. Surrounded by my shields am I. Surrounded by my children am I. I am the void. I am the womb of remembrance. I am the flowering darkness. I am the flower, first flesh. In this darkness I am, turning toward a birth, my own, a newborn grandmother am I, suckling light. I am spiraling, I am spinning. I am singing this grandmother's song. I am remembering forever where we belong.
This word remembering is showing up on almost all of them. So this is North American contemporary. And in this, I'm sure it'll say, or in the back, who's the artist? Here we go. Sean Goshorn, Wolf Clan Cherokee, created this hand-colored black and white photograph. All right, that went over my head, that this is a photograph. And it's called Honoring Full Moon as part of her series, Moon Time, The Cycles of Life. So you could Google Moon Time, The Cycles of Life. A grandmother stands alone, surrounded by the white light of the full moon, creating another full moon in her hands. She represents the old wise woman. So that's sort of the feminine Merlin, creating light and life. The grandmother, the mother of the mother, is the original creatrix, the void, the womb of remembrance. And there's more. Wow. What do you think, Jonathan? How does that feel?
It feels great. I should mention that I discovered a couple years ago that there's a mysterious stone tower built in the 19th century near my house, about 4 miles from my house, and it's on a back road. It's not in a well-traveled place. It was built by the guy who donated his land to Stanford. And I've discovered that on nights of the full moon will be right above the tower at 9 o'clock in the evening. And I've often, not quite every month, but I've often made drives out there on nights where there is a full moon, so I can see the full moon literally rests immediately above this stone tower.
So your nuthatch is the moon.
I reckon so.
It's so perfect. Also, Jonathan, like, look at her face. That's a feminine Jonathan.
Yeah,
Don't you think, Kathy?
I do.
So, and you said it's a feminine Merlin. So this is, what do you think, Jonathan? Do you feel like she's a mirror of you?
Yes.
Your hair even looks like you.
Very much.
Adorable. So are we complete? iPhone, I don't even know who you are. I'm ashamed to say that. And you don't have to unmute if you don't want to, but if you do, you could say hello. And that's everybody, right? Am I right?
I think so.
So.
Janet, I also wanted to say I've had some folks reaching out with questions saying that it's a little overwhelming to determine what their personal contraindications would be with devotee and peaceful priestess. So if you're looking and you're on prescription medications, always feel free to reach out to me directly, and I'm happy to do the legwork for you. I've got a lot of resources at my fingertips. So if it feels like a lot to try and track down what your contraindications might be, let me know and I'm happy to take a look. And I can also, if there is something in the tea, I can make you a special blend that excludes that ingredient.
So put that, I know you have sort of alluded to that in Facebook, but it is a private group. So go ahead and put your email in there too, know, and reiterate that people are welcome to contact you directly.
I can do that. And my contact information is also on Kathy's site in the store. It's listed in the in there as well. So, but I'll add it to Facebook too for folks who are on Facebook.
So are we feeling satisfied? Was this fun to meet one another and to meet our goddesses? This was way more fun than I even thought it could be. This is so adorable. And they're so, except for Altri and me sharing Selket and Whisper and Kathy saying they're all different. Now, mind you, this is only 16 of us are here and we are 35. So we'll have to do this again. I don't know how that's going to work for everybody, but we will make sure everybody who wants one, nobody has to do this. And the other thing you could do, and not just with this book, with any goddess introduction, you could do your own personal bibliomancy where you hold it to your heart and ask. You could just begin to notice what once, you could nuthatch your way into discovering who your personal goddess is. So I've got the blessing of Isis up. Oh, do we want to, as long as everybody's here right now, plan our, we did plan our next one, didn't we, Kathy? Because aren't I putting, when is the next one?
Yes,
Let's go ahead and tell people.
let's see. So we have a learning gathering on Sunday, and then on the 14th, on the next Thursday, we have our first journey. So our next Witch Cafe is on Monday, August 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Got it. Monday the 18th. And if somebody doesn't want to wait till then to do the goddess, they could just either A, like I said, you could do it on your own, or B, you could ask Kathy to
Yeah, just pick a number.
pick a number, or hold the book to your heart the bibliomancy way.
Yep. How about I'll do a post in Facebook once this is up, and then I'll put my email, and anybody else can just send a number, and I'll take the pictures, and you'll have your goddess for anybody
And just
who's
so
not
everybody
here.
knows, Emma and Kathy and I are recording. So I don't know if it'll be up that night or not, but Monday the 11th at 4:30 in the evening, Emma, Kathy, and I are going to record series Vesta and Haumea. So when Emma was doing, you know how she's done Magdala for us in ART4, and then she did Delphi and Cassandra and whoever I'm forgetting. Pythia in 5. So this just seems to be a recurring pattern. And so she just announced, Emma did, that our asteroids for devotion, and this is before Kathy and I had our hands around devotion at all. We had no idea what we were doing. But Emma did the oil, the Remember oil, way because she was leaving for England, a month in England. So she did it earlier than maybe would be usual. And somehow, I don't know, maybe Mary Magdalene told her, she just announced that our asteroids guiding us in reverence and devotion are Vesta. So Vesta or Hestia, depending upon whether it's Greek or Roman, is the goddess of the heart and the hearth and the home. But Ceres, Ceres, her glyph is a Scythe, and she's the mother of grain. Hello, that's Isis's, one of her epithets, mother of grain. And then Haumea is that weird Hawaiian pink asteroid that's in the shape of a football. So we are going to record as we did in 4 and 5. Who are these? How do you find them on your natal chart? And then we will, after people have had the opportunity, at least a week later, the next time we have a cafe, we can chat about our series and our Vesta and our Haumea. I looked up mine as soon as Kathy and I both looked up ours as soon as Emma told us, and they're like, oh, they're great, great teachers about reverence and devotion. So, anybody want to say anything to close? And I've got Blessing of Isis ready to go. So whoever wants to read it can. But does anyone, I just want to say thank you to Kathy. It was your idea. I would never have come up with these cafes. Kathy yelled at me during Art 1 or Art 2. We need to spend time together. And now it's everybody's favorite. We've had people say, listen, my schedule is really full. I can't come to 6. I'm really sorry, but can I please come to the cafes?
Yeah.
And the answer is no, I'm sorry, because this is our intimate little theater of the miraculous. But isn't that adorable? It's like, the learning gatherings are great, but can I come to the cafe? All right. So anybody else want to say? Oh, Freddie, I see. Go ahead.
Well, she didn't say this to have it repeated necessarily, that it's okay. She just said to me, I so enjoy these sessions at the cafe.
Well, we do too, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you. We do too. So who would like to send us off with the blessing of Isis? See that her name, Queen of Stars, Mother of Grain.
I will.
All right.
The blessing of Isis go with you, Queen of Stars, Mother of Grain, she whose tears are the rain, she whose embrace is the sky. Her wings of protection enfold you, her breast be your place of rest, her river with you wherever you wander, her river to guide you home.
And we're going to blow our embers. Tony started this. He had to drop off, but he's the one that started this in ART3, right? When he was all about fire. So he's going to do the embers in our learning gathering on Sunday. We're going to rotate. You'll be getting emails from me saying, hey, Haley, I sent you one. I don't remember all the people I sent, because everybody gets a chance at some point to say all of the various prayers. Oh, you have to end it, Kathy. It's your meeting.